Zinedine Zidane reportedly interested in taking over from Erik ten Hag as Manchester United manager, and Barcelona looking to sell Frankie de Jong this coming summer. These are some of the stories we will be discussing on this evening's show. But before we jump into that, please smash a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's get straight on into it. So as always here on Daily Red Devil, I like to start the show off with some positivity. And the headline this evening is that apparently Harry Amass, the left back, 18 years of age, sorry, not 18 years of age, he's 16 years of age, I believe. Anyway, Harry Amass is apparently going to get his opportunity in the first team next season. And Manchester United might then not sign a new left back, which some people might actually see as a negative, but I always am open for, players that have kind of come through the youth setup. I know we signed him last season from Watford, I believe, but he has been part of the youth setup. He's already in the England squad. He was on the bench a couple of weeks ago for one of our Premier League games. And I really, really do like to see these young players come through and get their opportunity. So hopefully Harry Amass becomes our new left back. Hopefully he's good enough. Obviously Luke Shaw on his day can be world class, but on his day is not often enough. Luke Shaw is injury prone in my opinion, and he's someone we should be looking to move on when his contract expires because he's just injured all the time. It's as simple as that. He really, really is. And when you look at the wages he's on, he's not somebody that Manchester United should be building around. But let me know what you guys think about that. The only kind of issue with Luke Shaw is that he did sign a new contract last season for 4 years, so he's got another 3 years left of his deal. But I'd be really, really happy to see Harry Amass get some game time. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. And now we're going to move over to the big story that broke a couple of hours, about half an hour ago here in the UK, and that is about Zinedine Zidane. So we're going to give you all of the news that we know about this story right now, and we'll break it down for you. I'll run through the headlines on Zidane first, and we can all then discuss it as a community and kind of share our opinions. So the headline this evening is that Zinedine Zidane is reportedly closely monitoring the situation at Manchester United. He would prefer to move to Manchester United than Bayern Munich. I mean, for me, Zinedine Zidane is other than Nagelsmann, is probably the only manager available at the moment who kind of interested me. There's still massive question marks with Zidane. I know he did incredible things with Real Madrid, but when you look at the team that he had at Real Madrid and you look at the mentality and the foundations that Real Madrid have, we're miles away from that. So, it's not like Zinedine Zidane got some second division Spanish team promoted and won the Champions League. He kind of feels more like a Pep Guardiola style type manager to me. He's a quality manager. He really, really is. But he's the kind of manager who needs to go into a club that are already doing well. He's a manager that needs to go in and be able to buy any players he wants. And I don't know whether Man United are in that position to be able to do that. But yeah, the story goes on to say that Zidane respects that Bayern would provide him with the chance to win titles immediately, but it is thought that the German language and life in Germany is a major obstacle for him. He's instead closely monitoring taking over the situation at Manchester United. Now, this is coming out from L'Equipe, which is obviously a French-based newspaper, an online kind of magazine and all the rest of it. And the journalist who's put this out is quite a reliable journalist. I'm probably going to struggle to say his name. His name is Loic Tanzi, 200,000 followers on Twitter. He reports for all of the different top newspapers in Paris and across France even. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one. It's difficult because I'm being put on the spot for a hypothetical question. If Zinedine was Zidane, say we were to lose to Coventry on the weekend and Zinedine Zidane genuinely is up for taking over the job, it would be pretty hard to turn that down, wouldn't it? If Erik ten Hag was to be sacked, he would probably be top of my list. Do I think it will happen? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's difficult. This story has caught me by surprise a little bit. The general consensus in the fan base this evening is that the journalist who's put this out is a very reliable French journalist and very, good with the French football. Yeah, I don't know. It's honestly put me on the spot a little bit here because I love Erik ten Hag. I like him. I want him to succeed, but this season has been not good enough. But when you look at all the injuries, you look at all of the situations with Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, the takeover, all of this stuff, there's been so many obstacles that he's had to deal with. So it's difficult to judge him when last season he won our first trophy in 6 years and got us top four and got us to an FA Cup final. I mean, you couldn't really ask for more in our first season, could you, to finish third then to win the League Cup, and then to get to the final. Obviously, we could have won the league, but still, I think he exceeded our expectations last summer. But I want you guys to let me know what you think. Would you like to see Zinedine Zidane at Manchester United? If Erik ten Hag was to be sacked, in the next couple of months, would he be your number one option? I'm going to say this. I'm going to give my view because obviously I can't ask you for yours without giving my own. Let me know in the comment section. But mine is, if Erik ten Hag was to be sacked, I don't want him to be sacked. But if he was sacked, Zidane has to be the man we go for. That would be a massive, massive coup for Manchester United if we were able to get Zinedine Zidane. That would be incredible. It really, really would. But my preference would still be to stick with Erik ten Hag for one more season. But it's a very difficult one. I'm really putting myself on the spot there. Like, the more I sit here and I think about Zidane becoming the United manager, that does excite me. But I think at the moment I'm hesitant because I feel like it sounds too good to be true, and I feel like he still doesn't want to come, and that there's just one journalist in France who's put out this story, and everyone's gone crazy about it. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's dreaming of Zidane and all the rest of it. But yeah, I mean, then you've got another journalist. Well, not a journalist, sorry. You've got Emmanuel Petit, obviously a French legend, saying, for the last few months, Zidane has been taking English lessons. I don't know if he wants to come and manage in England, but this is now an open door for him. So that was always the biggest stumbling block, I think, with Zidane and managing in England, was that he didn't speak English. But apparently he's been learning English. I don't know. I'll say this, right? It would be very difficult to not be excited if Zidane became the manager. It wouldn't. It would really, really be exciting, wouldn't it? Do I think it's going to happen, though? I would personally say no, but that's just my opinion. I'm not basing that off anything. I think I'll say this though, right? If we were to get a bad result against Coventry on the weekend, I think Erik ten Hag's probably done for. And I think that the Man United fan base are not going to tolerate Graham Potter or Gareth Southgate. And Gareth Southgate can't become the manager until like July anyway, because obviously the Euros, and he's the manager for England. Nagelsmann's just signed a new contract with the German national team. Nobody really wants Conte. Nobody wants Mourinho. Nobody wants Thomas Tuchel, really, I don't think. And then it's the other option's Roberto De Zerbi, who's going to cost you ridiculous amounts of money to pay off Brighton, ridiculous amounts of money to sack Erik ten Hag. Like, if Man United are in a really, really difficult position financially, I don't know. It's a difficult one. There's a little quote here that's popped up from 2022. Zidane directly talking about Manchester United. This is with the same newspaper, L'Equipe. And it says, when people say to me, do you want to go to Manchester? I understand English, but I don't fully master it yet. I know that there are coaches who go to clubs without speaking the language, but I work differently. So this was back in 2022. So this was 2022, 2 years ago. Zidane saying that he was interested in coming to England, but he didn't speak English fully at that point. But as I said, a quote from Emmanuel Petit a couple of minutes ago that I just read out, saying that apparently Zidane has been learning English. Obviously, he's been heavily linked to Bayern Munich in the last couple of days, but the reason this story has come out is that he's saying he doesn't want to... he doesn't want to go to Bayern Munich. He would rather come to Manchester United if that was an option, which I think is, that probably a fair point. I mean, I would much rather come United, even though we're not very good, but still, Bayern Munich haven't been very good this season either. But let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and let's move over to Frankie de Jong, the man that we chased for a whole summer, the man that everybody thought was coming, and then he didn't. The headline this evening, is that apparently Barcelona are looking to sell Frankie de Jong this summer and believe they could get at least 60 to 70 million euros for him. Now, what I want you guys to let me know, would you like to see Frankie de Jong at Manchester United? Yes or no? I mean, for me, it's 100% yes. Even if Erik ten Hag goes and say Zidane comes, I want Frankie de Jong. I still do. I think he is the missing puzzle, the missing piece to the puzzle. I think him alongside Kobe Mainoo would be unbelievable. Kobe Mainoo, Bruno and Frankie de Jong, that would be a quality midfield, and our level would go from here to here. So do I want Frankie de Jong? Yes. Do I think he's worth 70 million euros? Yes. Do I think Manchester United will sign him? Probably not, to be honest. I just don't think we're in the market. Why would he go to Manchester United, who aren't going to even be in Champions League, when he could probably go to Man City, probably go to Bayern Munich, probably Liverpool would be sniffing around him. I mean, Arsenal might, all of the top teams in Europe would want Frankie de Jong. And why would he choose Manchester United? It's not like he's a boyhood Man United fan. We'd have no European football. We're probably going to be in the Conference League. Like, I just don't see it happening personally. I think we need to go for more younger, like, you know, people in their early 20s who haven't quite yet got that big move yet. Maybe they're at a slightly smaller club in Europe. Those are the kind of signings we need to go for. You know, kind of like an Atalanta type team. I know Atalanta are doing well in Europe, but you know what I mean? Like a team that aren't on the level of a Barcelona or a PSG or a Bayern Munich, because why would he want to come from Barcelona to Manchester United? Like, it doesn't really make sense to me. Whereas if you said Frankie de Jong to Man City, I would say, well, yeah, that makes sense. You know, Man City are obviously on another level, aren't they? Whereas we're not. So, yeah, would I like Frankie de Jong? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. And then the final talking point for the show is just a little bit about the Coventry game. It's a massive, massive fixture on Sunday, and it's one that Erik ten Hag has to win, because I honestly think that if we lose the game on Sunday, I think he will be sacked, and I think it'll be very difficult for me to sit here and support him, being honest. I know we've had a difficult season with injuries and all the rest of it, but I think everybody in the fan base is expecting us to go and beat Coventry on Sunday and to get into the FA Cup final. If that was to happen, I imagine Ineos will give him till the end of the season. They'll see how the final Premier League games go. They'll see how the FA Cup final goes. Like, this is pretty much his biggest game of his career for Manchester United. I think, you know, if we were to lose, we'd be a laughing stock, wouldn't we, realistically? Now, all respect to Coventry, but Manchester United should be beating Coventry. I'm sorry. Even after the season we've had, we're sixth in the Premier League. Coventry are a mid-table championship side. Like, if Erik ten Hag and his players can't get motivated enough to go and win this game to get to a final, then I worry for all of them, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you have enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Daily with Devil, and I'll speak to you all later.